morning, everybody out there in YouTube land. This is Stephen from the Idiot Quilter, and with me today I have got Stephanie from Stephanie Stitches,
Hello.
Shannon from Slay Arts, and of course we have Sean from The Guy Who Sews. And you might be wondering,
G'day.
why are the four of us looking like the Brady Bunch, all in little squares here for you? The reason being is we have something special to announce. Yes, we are members of what we now call the 4S Club. Now be careful with the S. It's S. Okay, nothing else. And what are we, the 4S Club? Well, we're all YouTube creators that have come together. We're going to do a collab over the next few months, and we want to invite you to take part in our collab. And what's our collab all about? Well, each of us has picked 3 possible patterns we would like to do, but we aren't going to do those patterns until you tell us which one you want us to do. They will all be different, but we have 3 for you to choose from each one of us. We're going to show you those patterns and talk about them in a minute or two first, but you will get a chance to vote. Whichever pattern from each one of us gets the most votes, that's the pattern we will do. So we'll be working on separate projects, but based upon your vote. We are all going to come together and do a live collab in a few months' time as well, that you can be part of to see what we're doing and how we're doing it. And in January, we will reveal our final projects for you as well. If you sew along with us, we will have links for the patterns. Some are free, some are not free. Sorry about that. But if you want to sort of sew along with us, because there's one of those patterns that really yank your chain, then by all means, you can do that. And if you have questions, maybe you run into a problem, you can email us individually or put a comment into our regular YouTube videos, and we'd be more than happy to give you a hand. Hopefully, I know what I'm doing. I don't know. I'm an idiot. But there are 3 other people here that aren't. So, there's lots of support for us. So just before we start talking about our patterns, I want to say to the group here, do you guys have anything you want to say to anybody? Yeah, did I leave anything out?
Nope, sounded good.
No, I'm just excited that the viewers actually get to choose which pattern we all get to do. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be really interactive, and that's the part I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah,
I think you hit it all. And be sure to subscribe to all of us here and follow us, because as we go throughout this project on our own channels, we're going to be showing you our progress before we sew together in a couple months from now. So,
yeah. So we're going to show you the patterns, and each one of us are going to speak about those patterns for you. But these will be posted in the poll in the community tab, I guess it's called, on YouTube. So you just go to the community tab on YouTube, and you will find the picture of it there. I guess, can we put a picture in the?
Yep. Yes.
Yep, it'll be there. So all you do is you vote, and voting though does close. We're not going to get a lot of time to think about this. The voting will close at midnight, October the 3rd. In fact, it'll close at 11:59 p.m. because technically midnight on October the 3rd is October the 4th. So are you completely confused now? Okay, put it this way: you snooze, you lose. All right, so let's look at our patterns, and I'm just going to go to screen share here so everybody can see these. And the first bunch of patterns are Shannon's? No, Sean's. These are Sean. Okay, Sean, tell us about this pattern.
Okay, so this is a pattern by Elizabeth Hartman. It is called Fab Farm, and it has a bunch of different animals. And I thought this has been on my list to do for quite some time, and I just think it's a lot of fun. I grew up in a rural community, and I spent almost 12 months living on a small farm that my parents owned, and had most of these animals.
Cool. And your number 2.
This is called the produce section. It's also by Elizabeth Hartman. I just love all the bright, different colors, and I thought this would be something fun that I can pull from my stash, both solids, batiks, and that sort of thing there. So I thought this one would be really fun to do as well.
Okay, we got a food theme going on here. We've got animals, we've got fruits and vegetables, and of course this one. I love this one.
Yes, this one is just fun. This is by Art East Quilting Co., and it's called Blowing Up Bunnies, and it's just couple of bunnies blowing up some bubble gum, and I just thought this one was super fun.
Yeah, when I first heard about this pattern, of blowing up bunnies, I was thinking bombs, little bunny guts all over the place. That would be fun. But I have this pattern too, but I haven't done it yet either. I won't do it until you do it.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have Shannon.
Yes, thank you. So there is definitely a theme running through mine too. And I'm sort of course, like the FPP person. So these are all foundation paper piecing, and they all are things that I have been wanting to do, but haven't been pushed to do. So I'm letting everybody decide which one I'm going to do. And they're all pretty well themed. This is from Keith Woods. He has this Art Deco fan, which I really like because it was during my wanting to do a 2-color quilt thing, and so that's why it spoke to me, and now I'm doing a 2-color quilt, so I'm kind of loving that. So that's why I chose this one.
And your second one, I love this one.
Yes, this is from Exhausted Octopus. She has a club, and this is, again, the theme is definitely Art Deco. I'm in love with the look, and this is her deco tiles, and this view is her wall hanging, but I have the whole thing, so I can do the quilt top to do as big a quilt top as I want. So deco tiles.
Yeah, I love the deco.
And then this one, sorry, the picture's a little bit smaller, it's called Deco Daybreak, and this is by Whole Circle Studio. And I'm not usually one to use exactly the colors that the person uses, but the purples and greens, and it looks like irises to me, which is my mom's favorite color. So that's why I like this one, just by what they used. So
yeah, this is not in my color wheelhouse either, but looking at this, I really like that, the way it pops off the page.
yeah,
The
I'd
colors
to
look
do
like
that.
Mardi Gras.
Yeah, true. So next up, Stephanie.
Oh, okay. So the first one I chose was Art East's Puffin Star. I saw these puffins at the Quilt Canada show. I don't know if you remember that one, Stephen, that wall hanging.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was the cutest thing. So I grabbed this pattern.
Yep, that'll be fun.
Yeah. And then, of course, you guys know I love blue and I love the water. So I saw this Going Coastal one and I had to have it. So
Yeah,
I just love this one. So that
I
was my
see it.
second choice.
I see a theme happening here with all of us here. Paper piecing, and then Art East and Elizabeth Hartman. And speaking
Yep.
of
And
which,
then that's my last one is Elizabeth Hartman. This is the Rainbow Rainforest. I did a Elizabeth Hartman last year with penguins. And then this one I found, and my daughter loves all animals, but sloths most of all. And this one had a sloth, so I had to get it.
that's cool. Looks like Sloth's got sunglasses. I don't know.
Yes, it
Maybe
kind of
not,
does.
but that's cute.
So
Well,
those are my choices.
I didn't, I had FOMO, fear of missing out. So of course I had to have an Elizabeth Hartman in my section. So I have Fancy Fox in here. Now I have never done an Elizabeth Hartman pattern before, so this might be a little bit of a challenge for me. But that's one. My second choice, this one I really like because I already have a fat quarter bundle that I had purchased that's Christmas fabrics. And I think this would look really cool in Christmas fabrics as well. With it, but that looks like a fun one to do. And then my last choice here is, of course, kitties, scrappy cats. And I would probably not do it in these colors. I probably would do as the title suggests. I probably use my scraps in something like this one. But those are the choices that we have for you. So as I said, go to each one of our channels by October the 3rd, 11:59 p.m. for you Nighthawks or people in Australia. Of course, it'll probably be the next day in Australia, late the next day. Anyways, I digress. And vote for which one you want each one of us to do. Now, remember, we're each doing a different one. So when you vote, you're voting only for the individual pattern for me, and then you'll go over to Sean and pick one for him. Then you'll go to Shannon, pick one for her, and then go to Stephanie and pick one for her. I hope that's clear. It's the teacher in me. Okay. And that's the one we're going to do. We will keep you posted on our progress as well through our own channels as well. And then of course we've got our big live collab that we're going to be doing in December, and we'll post all that information for you. But for you right now, your job is this: pick the pattern we're going to do, pick it by 11:59 p.m. October the 3rd, and then we go from there. So we'll also post the links to where these patterns are available in probably our show notes. I'm not sure if we can post that right in the polling or not, but we'll figure that out. But they'll be there somewhere for you if you want to do one along with us as well. Okay, so that's it. Anything else that I have forgotten, or anything else you guys want to add?
The only thing I want to add is just make sure, if for your vote to count, make sure you go to the community tab that we're posting and vote there. We love your comments. We always love to hear from you guys, but if you just put it in the comments, it's not going to count. It has to be in the community tab poll section itself.
Yeah, that's
so follow that link.
I've never done one of these polls before, so
it's easy enough. If you have trouble, just reach out to one of us, and we'll get you the link and get you over there real quick.
Yep, I'm sure I'll get it all sorted out one way or another. Usually do. Yep. Okay.
And for those of you who have been following Shannon and I to the 2-color quilt challenge, that's exactly the way that we've been posting the voting for that. So if you've been successfully voting for those blocks, then you can do this, no problem.
Yep. So basically the only idiot here will be me, who's never done this before. All right, good to know.
Cracks.
Better me than anybody else, really. Okay, so I think that's it. We're looking forward to this. We're excited about doing this. See what you pick for us. Be kind when you pick for me, because some of those might be a challenge. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so that's great. So we'll see what you come up with on by October the 3rd. Okay, everybody, have a great one. We'll say goodbye. Bye.
Happy sewing.